Big news coming from the courtroom in the Jodi Arias sentencing retrial today. The judge dismissing 2 more jurors this morning, and that leaves now 14 people on the jury with closing arguments set for tomorrow. Fox 10's Troy Hayden was in the courtroom. He's been in the courtroom all along, and he joins us live with the developments today. Troy.
Yeah, a lot going on today. We don't know why those 2 jurors were excused, but the headline at this point has to be, finally, the end is in sight for this trial. Closing arguments begin tomorrow. The jury will get the case after that. And Jodi made a very interesting decision today that might have an impact on whether or not she gets the death penalty. An allocution is a statement the convicted defendant can make directly to the jury to say you're sorry or that your life should be spared. The case is basically over. Jodi Arias said she would only allocute if the media and the public was kicked out of the courtroom. And the judge said no. So Jodi says she's going to stay quiet.
There was really no one-on-one time with the jury, and that, I think, hurts her because she's not able to make that personal connection with at least one juror.
This retrial started last October, going on about as long as the original trial where Arias was found guilty of first-degree murder. But now it's almost over. Tomorrow morning, the jury will be read instructions, and then the defense and prosecution will have their closing statements, summarizing their cases.
It's very possible that the jury will get the case tomorrow, assuming the court starts on time and assuming that closing arguments are not very long.
So again, there are still 14 jurors left. We're not in danger of seeing a mistrial because of that. So we have 2 alternates still, and they could get the case as early as tomorrow.
So she doesn't want to do this statement, and is part of that, unless the media is out of the room, is part of that possibly to preserve an appellate issue down the line? It
could be. It's hard to figure out what Jodi's thinking. She did say in chambers, though, she felt threatened that anything she would say out in the public could come back to harm her somehow. Never fully explained that, but that's what she told the judge earlier when she tried to get her testimony shut down.
And to think, as you said, the end is in sight. This week it's possible that it could all wrap up. There could be a verdict. When was this supposed to wrap? I mean, when you look back
December 18th. It was supposed to be over. When these jurors first sat down, the judge said to them, do you have any plans until December 18th? That's when we see this ending.
Before the holidays.
Right.
Yeah.
And here we are. It's going to be March.
Unbelievable.
Right?
I don't know how they all survived it.
I don't know how you put your life on hold for all that time.
Very tough.
You got to thank them for their service, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Troy.
Thanks, Troy.